Everyone, Jeff here, and today I want to talk to you and get real about weight loss. Now, I will be honest with you, there are two things that we always talk about: exercise and diet, and those are important, but there are three other things that are just as important. So let's just cut through the chase and start talking about the five things you must do, all right? Number one, you got to get your head right. And what do I mean by getting your head right? It means basically you've got to believe that you can lose weight, right? I see way too many people who are heavy, I mean, really heavy, and you can tell from the moment they walk in to the business that bottom line is they don't believe they can really do it, all right? And so the first step is get that belief, and that takes work, especially if you've been heavy for a long time. It takes a lot of work. You have to tell yourself every day, and sometimes at the beginning, it may be every minute of every hour of every day. You've got to tell yourself that you can do this and that you have the process that's going to get you where you want to go. All right, you've got to do that part. All right, now, so that's number one. Get your head right. Number two is something we do talk about. All right, you got to exercise. Now, you've got to develop an exercise habit that you can do every single day. Now, once again, I would love to see you in boot camp, but I realize boot camp is not for everyone because you've got to find something that you like to do, all right, and that you're willing to do. Even if you, let's say you come to boot camp and you do it 3 days a week, you've got to find something you can do the other 2 or 3 days a week, all right? I would tell folks, if you are trying to lose weight and you're heavy, bottom line is 5 to 6 days a week, you've got to be active. And I'll be honest with you, 7 days a week, starting out, you need to be doing something that's going to move you in a positive direction. Now, number three, diets suck, but they're necessary, all right? Man, no one likes to eat the way you have to eat to lose weight, all right? I mean, I'll just be honest with you. No one likes to do it. And we live in a society where cheap, easy food is readily accessible, right? And that kind of thing lends itself to making you more overweight. I'm telling you, you go into Walmart and you're going to see Little Debbie cakes, and they are great, they are good, but they will devastate weight loss. You've got to find a diet that works for you, and Little Debbie's and Dr. Pepper won't do it. You got to find what works for you. It may be, keto may be your thing. You may like to eat lots of fat. It may not be. You may want to try intermittent fasting. There are tons of diets out there. South Beach may work for you, right? Bottom line is, I will not tell you not to try a diet that is proven to be successful, right? You've got to find one that you can stick with long term, right? And I would tell you, you try things out, work them, see if they can work for you. You can always find ways to modify it, but you've got to find that diet plan that works for you, right? Now, these last two, you gotta say, hey, I can do this. These last two are really tough, but you've got to do it as well, right? And if you see, you got to build good, healthy relationships. And what I mean by that is you've got to surround yourself with people that share your goal. I mean, one of the number one things I would tell you, find someone that's lost 50 or 60 pounds and make them your friend, right? Because you know why? They, number one, know it can be done, and number two, they're going to help support you and help you reach that goal, right? Number two, when it comes to healthy, if you have someone that wants you to stay right where you're at, you got to lose them. Cut them loose, all right? Because bottom line is they will basically sabotage your success, right? So, and once again, that could be someone close to you that wants you to remain right where you're at because it helps them feel better about themselves. If you're ready to move on, you may either they got to get on board or you're going to have to cut them loose, all right? And then last thing, you got to lose the stress, all right? I will tell you this, all right? Stress will be the probably second to someone a relationship, it'll be the next thing that will prevent you from losing weight. Cortisol is a bad hormone. And if it gets too high, you will not lose weight. Can't do it. All right? So you got to get rid of the stress. Now you say, well, Jeff, how do I get rid of stress? Well, here's the thing, all right? We all have problems, all right? I'm no different than you. Have problems, right? And you got to make a choice when you have a problem. You either work as hard as you can to get rid of that problem. And sometimes when you work it hard, at first you may make that problem worse. Right? I've done that many times. But if you keep working it, you will eventually get rid of the problem. However, what is stress? Stress is caused by paralysis. All right? When you do nothing, then guess what? The problem never gets better. So work the problem. The harder you work it, the faster you get rid of it, and you get rid of the stress. Not to mention, a lot of times when you're working that problem, you're working off the stress, all right? So those are the 5 things, all right? Number 1, believe you can. Number 2, find an exercise program you like and you can stick with. Number 3, find a diet that works for you and your lifestyle. Number 4, all right? Number 4, surround yourself with folks who are going to help you reach your goal. And number 5, work your problems so you can get rid of that stress. Hope this helps. And who knows? Maybe I'll see you at boot camp.